Previously on Into the Yonder Void, we had more run-ins with members of the Inquisition, and I ran away and I left Fee all alone, and I don't know what's going to happen next.
The D20 Syndicate presents Into the Yonder Void. Welcome back to the D20 Syndicate podcast.
What's up, Syndicate?
What's up, Cindies?
Syndicate babies.
Babies.
Sweet peas.
Sweet little bebes.
Bebes.
My darling little
listeners.
dears.
A weekly Dungeons & Dragons 5e actual play podcast. I am your host and DM, Seth, and around the table we have our players.
I am Belen, and I play Nezrah.
I am Tomas, and I play Gil.
I am Lindsey, and I play Faye.
And I'm Michaela, and I play Can.
That's right. Each week we record for your listening pleasure. This is episode 50. Season 2, episode 50.
Gonna get our AARP
Not quite yet.
while we TTRP. Check your prostate at 50.
You geriatric fuck.
What else do I have to do at 50?
I don't know. What happens?
You gotta check your mams.
Yeah.
Isn't it 50?
No.
Check the
Or is
man.
it younger?
I think that's like 30.
I think it's
Really?
younger.
Oh,
40.
shit.
They recommend that you get a colonoscopy at 32
Well,
to check the prostate.
Double
Already
check.
done it.
Double check.
Baby.
Me too.
Hopefully they looked while they were down there.
They just did the
Do
process
they
for
just
fun.
ignore it, or do they just tell you as well? You're like, also, your prostate is fucked.
I mean, you would know if they were looking.
Well, I mean, if they're looking for another reason, they're looking for something else that's specific.
Oh,
I don't
probably
think they
not.
like close their eyes when they go by.
Like, is it like an auto like auto?
They're looking for anything.
like a service technician. They mark all the stuff wrong.
Yeah, like also, do you eat a lot of chips because saw some leakage?
Yeah,
Do you think
there's
they
radiator
talk
fluid
shit?
all over this.
You think they're like talking shit with the people helping while you're under?
God, this guy's butthole sucks. Look at how bad this
Did
is.
you see this fucking prostate?
It's like a fucking Super Mario Bros. Tube.
I mean, if I were a doctor, I would totally do that. I'd be like, this guy sucks, and here's why. I just met this patient. No, I
He
mean, it's
should
just a good
change
good
his
thing I'm
ways.
not a doctor or anything that requires confidentiality,
because
they were saying normal stuff when I woke up during mine.
like talking about sports and stuff.
They were just letting the machine do its thing.
they're playing Xbox.
Anyway, and that's when Cindy said, "That's not the first time I've had crabs." And oh shit, she's awake.
Now you have to die.
You weren't supposed to hear that.
You just see one of them.
crabs are confidential.
You just see one of them open a fucking drawer and pulls out a wrench.
But they had like a knife right by it. That would have been better.
All right, now it's time for tonight's Around the Campfire question.
Oh, la, 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 la.
Oh, this is noises. Why? Yep.
Tonight's Around the Campfire question is going to be, tell me about the thing that I give you the name of.
Okay.
That took my brain
Yeah,
like
I
a
was
second to understand.
Tell me about the thing I give you the name of.
I will give you a name.
Uh-huh.
You will give me what that name is.
You bet.
Okay. Starting with Can.
Why are you scary right now, Seth?
I want to know who is the famous individual by the name of Morris Seabreeze. Why is Morris famous?
Because he has a dumbass name.
Stupidest name.
Is it Morris C as in SEA or Morris C. Breeze?
What do you think?
Morris Chestnut Breeze.
These are two separate people, so you have to clarify.
The first one.
Oh, okay.
Morris Seabreeze. He is so overrated. He's the chef, and everybody thinks that he makes amazing food, but it's really not that good.
What have you had the food?
You know what? I have.
When did you have it?
I had it about 3 years ago because he was traveling and he came to Luta and he was here for a few days. And so he got together with like Uchi and my grandma and some other elders. And I had leftovers. So, I mean, it wasn't, maybe it's better fresh, but had better.
Okay.
I've had better.
Thank you so much, Can.
No thanks to Mr. Seabreeze. But you're welcome.
All right. Fee,
Yeah.
I want you to tell me. I want you to tell me about Geneva Bright. Who is Geneva Bright? I don't believe Geneva Bright is famous. Or is she?
You know what? Let me tell you about Geneva Bright. She might not be famous to everyone, but aboard her cruise ship, she's the shining star.
Was that crew apostrophe S or cruise?
Cruise ship.
Why?
So she is aboard the cruise ship. She likes to give the tours and do the welcoming performance. And, you know, if you ever just have some free time, just go watch her. She's just amazing.
Yeah, what's if I wanted to find that cruise ship, what's it called?
For some reason, my brain's just like, Bennigan's.
Bennigan's. Okay, all right.
Yeah, Bennigan's.
Geneva, Captain Geneva Bright.
All aboard the Bennigan's.
All aboard
Denny's.
the Bennigan's. Thank you so much, Fee. Nezrah,
Moons over my hammy.
I want you to tell me about Nastasia Longtalon and why she is so infamous.
Fuck.
We're creating people.
Nastasia is famous for being the most infamous burglar of all Argaria.
The entire continent?
The entire continent.
Wow.
Her calling card is she leaves a
Booger.
She leaves a displacer beast claw at the scene of each crime.
Wow. Does she have like a specific thing that she likes to steal or?
Displacer beast claws.
Gotta keep
Take
her,
a claw, leave a claw.
Where else is the animal?
gotta keep her inventory fresh.
She mostly goes after the finer things, art, jewelry, that sort of thing.
Ah, very nice.
But some believe that she can be hired for political purposes as well.
Oh.
What? Stealing the vote?
Maybe she's a companion.
I mean, her name is Nastasia. So.
Thank you, Nezrah.
You're welcome.
And Gil, I want you to tell me about Andy.
McDowell.
Me, oh my, I love pie.
Tell me about Andy.
Go ahead.
Wait, just Andy?
Just Andy.
Well, he's the robot from the Wolves of Kala.
Andy from Toy Story? Is this an acronym?
Let him answer.
I feel like this is a specific fuck you to Tomas for some reason.
So for a couple of years, I did a stint in the Clink, and in this row of cells, there were two guys to a cell. One that I was in had my best friend in it, or I shouldn't say that anymore. I don't qualify that. The next one had this really infamous pirate. He was known as the Devil of the Deep. But also in his cell was a little guy named Andy. He didn't give his last name, but he was a biter. He was a human guy, really short still, really hairy, had a wonky eye, and he really liked to bite stuff. And he was pretty crucial in us escaping prison because he definitely bit a guard. I'm not sure if he's still alive because we did leave him in there. He was basically the distraction that let us skedaddle away. So thank you, Andy.
Yes. Thank you, Andy. And thank you, Gil, for sharing that story.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Great work. Great work.
He said to himself.
Boy, oh boy, you've done it again, Seth. A+. If I could jerk myself off for a minute.
If I could circle jerk myself off for a second.
Wheel up.
When we last left off, you guys were pretty well separated. You have split the party and split the party again.
Yeah, man, we have really split this time.
Can, you are left holding the literal bag, but the bag is full of teeth. Bloody acquired teeth that were implied to be some sort of currency. Gil, you are in a tunnel leading an owlin to a room full of gunk. Fee, you are sitting at a table with an inquisitor. And Nez, you are in a dining room that you Misty stepped up to and talking to your patron. I'm going to roll a d4 to see where we start.
That's fun. What if you did that all the time? Like switching between people. And if you just kept rolling one, it'd just be one of us.
It would just be Nezrah the entire time.
So anyway, that's the second time I got crabs.
3.
Okay.
Fee.
1, 2, Fee.
Buckle my tree.
Oh.
So when we left off with you, Fee, the Inquisitor had indicated that typically people get nervous, they do a lot of different things, but usually the most telling response is someone acting confident and unafraid and leveling his gaze at you.
So
Poke his eyes out. Can't gaze no more.
can I Misty Step in this situation?
I mean,
Or would he have opportunity to attack?
you could totally bonus action teleport.
I will allow you to try. You are within 5 feet of him, just FYI.
Is his guard within 10 feet, I guess?
Yes.
I'm gonna do Fey Presence.
Okay. Before you start to like royal Fee, and you hear him suddenly say, "Fortunately, I don't see any strangely acting folk. I don't get a bad presence off of you."
No, I mean, I'm a unique person. She's like, she was like kind of grabbing the edge of her chair, and then she kind of lets go a little bit. You probably don't see a whole lot of Eladrin around.
Is that what you are?
Yeah.
Eladrin?
Yep. Kind of made my way out of there, wanted to try some other things, out adventuring, but yeah.
You're curious. Yes, the transitional nature of Eladrin through seasons is very, very unique to me. And I would love to hear more about it. You said you were new to town, correct?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Well, allow me to show you around. And he stands up, finishes his drink and sets it down, and he nods to the armored individual who walks over and opens the door. Come.
Sure. Is it okay, though, if I check on my friend before we go? Is there a place we could meet?
We could... allow me. I will guide you around, and we will pick up your friends along the way, if you like.
Okay.
We'll just make a circuit of the port, and then I will deposit you back here if we don't run into anyone.
All right. Sounds great.
Excellent.
You're dating an Inquisition member.
This fucking sucks. This is not how I first saw this.
He like stands up and offers his hand to you.
You guys link arms. Right before he puts handcuffs on you.
Would I know if they can do anything through touch?
You can give me an Arcana check.
Okay. He's very handsy.
His fingers smell like Arcana.
I'm gonna use my D6.
Yeah.
Do we have to roll the D6 or is it just... Okay.
Otherwise, it'd be 6.
12?
You know that there are people who, there's spells out there that require touch, though at the moment you're not really thinking, there's nothing that brings to mind any like identification that requires touch on a like a humanoid individual, but you already have this gut idea that he's been trying to touch it. At least that's what I assume.
Yeah. Kind of leaning into the charming aura a little bit. She's just going to like kind of go for that, and then do like a double down with her hands in circles and do like a curtsy, like, well, thank you, my liege.
He like quirks a brow at you, and then he like chuckles. Oh, marvelous! I love it. There's a sense of awkwardness, but also humor. I see what
You
you're
get
about.
me.
Manic pixie dream girl fee.
And well, shall we?
We shall.
And he looks over at the bartender. Put all of this on my tab. In fact, he looks at the rest of the bar. Everyone's drink can be on my tab. And he like
Oh,
nods.
how generous.
You see Nezrah's hand reach through the window and grab a drink.
And then he like stops. But just the one they have now, no extras.
Not a good look on a date.
Shall we?
We shall. Yeah.
And he allows you to like step past him, and then he follows you out. All right, who's next? Fee again. It's happening. Nezrah. So you've just been informed by the voice in the back of your mind that things are about to get very bad for your friend at the table.
What should I do? I can't go back in there. They'll know. Everybody knows I'm high.
Yeah, I don't think you should go anywhere near the Inquisition. That's a terrible idea.
Well, I can't just stay here.
Why not? We could hang out here for a while.
What if the family comes back? Or what if somebody comes in? What am I supposed to do? Say? Well, I don't know what to do.
That's not my problem. As long as you're away from that Inquisition member, I think everything else is manageable. You could, well, do you feel like a bit of a gambler today, Nezrah?
Do you feel lucky, punk?
No, I hate gambling.
Your lack of desire to have any fun is a constant thorn in my side.
You chose the wrong dude to Patreon.
Unless you like bongos, that's a party.
The patron comes alive with the bongos. Yeah.
Shots of wheatgrass and a drum circle.
I could help you out of this situation, tell you where you need to go.
But
But
You said but.
But I'll need something in return.
what?
Are you just rhyming now?
Slut.
Shut.
There's a place here in this port. It's a little out of the way, but there's a merchant there. They have something I would like you to acquire. If you agree to retrieve it for me, I'll help you navigate this situation without encountering the Inquisition.
But what about Fee?
Fee's not part of the deal. If you want to include the others, that'll be more favors. I can offer you 3 more favors. Or 1 more. So what's it gonna be?
I think I need to help Fee, and I need to find Gil and Can. We need to get out of here.
Okay, so another favor.
And I shake my head. And I lose all my fucking headphones.
Naz talks to his patron through a headset.
He puts on a World War II Submariner's fucking like headset.
I think I'm gonna need to figure this out myself. You can't be trusted.
Very well. But don't come crying to me when you need further assistance. And you feel his presence gone.
I look out the window.
All right. You look out the window. You see people kind of walking in the streets below. Give me a perception check if you'd like to spot anything like in particular.
Gonna look for signs of Gil, Can, and or Fee. Oh, Jesus Christ. 4.
You don't see shit, Mr. Moon.
Yeah, I actually lose my eyes. They fall out of my skull.
So yeah, you just see general people like meandering around. You see like some kids playing, some little tiefling kids playing not far from you.
Oh, that's nice.
All right, I'm going to exit the dining room via the door.
Okay. So you walk across the room, open the door, and a very garish hallway is in front of you. Long red carpet trimmed in gold filigree with like symbols kind of etched along. You see like some candelabras. They're lit and the candles are flickering. It's a bit warmer in this room. You don't see any windows, but you do see more portraits. Same family. They seem to have acquired a lot of portraits. And it's a different image from the one in the dining hall, as this one shows an additional child in the frame and the parents look older.
Do I see any stairs leading upwards?
No stairs leading upwards, but you do see stairs at the end leading down. You also see like doorways on either side leading to rooms, one of which is open.
I'm going to go to the closed door.
The nearest closed door, that'll be to your left. Are you going to open it?
Yeah.
All right, you open it up, and weirdly, it's another dining hall.
That is weird.
In fact, it looks identical to the one before.
Oh, you done Misty stepped into the PT house.
Interesting. Okay. Okay.
Skullport's weird.
So at either ends of the hallway.
So this is like, you left the doorway, and then the next nearest door to your left. So
when I open the door out of the hallway, or out of the dining room into the hallway, am I looking down the hallway, or am I like?
I see.
Or is it like a T?
It was like almost like a T. There was a wall here on your right side. On the left side was the hallway.
Okay, gotcha. So it was the dining hall that I exited from was essentially at the end of the hallway.
Yep.
At the end, other end of the hallway
Is where the stairs are.
is where the stairs are, and they go down. Where is the open door?
2 doorways to your right.
Let's take a peek in there.
Okay. You take a peek in the open doorway, and you find a very nice chamber. It's a bedroom. 4-poster bed, very large. There's like a canopy over top. Everything is kind of dripping in vibrant colors. Whoever occupies this room loves like a bright pastel. Like you see like kind of aqua and coral and sea foam and all sorts of just nice, calming, bright colors. And there's all the trappings of wealth here. But you can't really, you would assume maybe an adult's room because there's no like toys, there's no like general kid shit in here.
You just read my fucking mind. That was going to be my next line of questioning. Okay. All right. I go further down the hall.
Okay. Do you open any more other doors? There's 2 more doors, one on the left, one on the right.
I'm actually just going to head for the stairs now.
Okay. You head for the stairs, and it's darker down here. There's no like candles lit, and you can see that there's more portraits along the walls. As you look at them, and you're heading down, as you look at them, you see that it like kind of progresses. You can see the family like getting bigger and bigger, more children added, the parents getting older and older, and then you see the kids have gotten older, and they have kids, and then more, and the parents just get older and older. And when you get to the bottom of the stairs, you see another hallway, and right to your right, the portrait shows a couple of decrepit corpses with a family of skeletons.
Whoa.
And the hallway ahead of you is very dark, with one single candelabra lit at the far end, illuminating a doorway.
What? You went into the wrong house.
Holy shit.
I think it's just the town, man. The town is
Probably.
weird as shit.
Town's haunted as fuck.
Yeah.
I guess in a place called Skullport.
Skullport. We should have known.
No, it's super normal. It's just owned by the Skull family.
Didn't we
Bunch of Vikings
voice
own this
concern
place.
about the name?
Yes.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, we did.
I
Yep.
inquired with the magic lady.
And they were like, nah.
Yeah, she's just like, no, it's just owned by the Skull family.
Totally normal name. Maybe this is the Skull family.
And maybe it's normal to her.
You're in their home.
Oh, shit. Yeah. I found the skulls.
Would you like to...
Somebody called Zach Morris.
would you like to continue down the hallway?
Fuck it.
All right. So you walk, and you don't have dark vision, right?
I don't.
So it's pretty dim and like dark. You can see that light up ahead. It's real dark in between these like almost spotlighted section with this lone candelabra at the far end, probably 50 to 60 feet ahead of you. And as you're walking along, what's your passive perception?
12.
You hear the stairs creak
Behind me?
behind you.
Are there any doors in this hallway?
It's almost impossible to tell because of how dark it is. The only one you see is the one next to the candelabra.
Is the candelabra mounted or is somebody holding it?
It's mounted.
Okay.
I'm going to run.
You're run?
For the candelabra.
Okay. You run for the candelabra.
Don't go into the light.
And you hear coming behind you.
It keeps doing that.
You race to the candelabra. Give me athletics.
The faces you're making.
Okay, 16.
16. Yeah, you can't really see the ground even in front of you, but you're able to like shuffle run enough to make sure you don't like trip and fall, and you make it to the doorway. Do you look back at all?
I shoot a glance as I open the door and look over my shoulder.
You see like the vaguest intimation of a silhouette as it kind of slopes into the darkness from the stairway, as if whatever was walking down is now in the darkness behind you.
Ooh. Like a part of the darkness?
At this stage, it would be impossible to tell the difference.
All right. Well, okay. I'm fucking off.
You can open the doorway?
Oh, yeah.
All right, you open the doorway?
How do you open a doorway?
You open the door, sorry. Fuck you.
You said it twice. I let it pass the first time.
Tell me, Elizabeth, how does one exactly suck a fuck?
You open the door, and you see an identical dining hall from the ones upstairs, except with one difference.
The portrait?
The portrait in the dining hall.
No.
Am I in the portrait?
Has a picture of you.
I'm in the Stanley Hotel?
Gross. Get a favor.
Shit, this is bad.
Fuck out of there.
Misty step up my own ass.
Now we're going to switch it to one of the other two.
You always switch it at such a spicy time.
Gil. Yeah, that's a sassy look.
I'm ready to convince this dude to drink some weird stuff and rob him.
All right. So you lead him to that doorway, and do you open it? Or I guess, did you leave it open?
Close it.
Okay. So yeah, you lead him right to it. Oh! He like kind of like ruffles in excitement. I cannot believe this. This is, and he steps into the room with the glass vials. Wonderful. He steps into the center. What do you call this?
The gunk quarters. That is what we call it.
I see why you might do that. Ooh, well, this is wonderful. So,
But gunk is kind of a misnomer. It sounds unappetizing, but it's actually really
it
delicious.
looks unappetizing as well.
See, yeah, that's where it gets you. But it's like one of those goofy drinks, kids kind of like them because they like to drink stuff they think is nasty, but it's actually really good. You should try some.
Okay, I'll bite and take this.
Well, you don't
bait.
want to bite it. You want to sip
I
it.
see what you're trying to do. You're trying to get me to taste the product so that I can't live without it, that it's irresistible to me.
Well, I mean, that's
see
part
what you're
of the
onto.
tour. I mean, we got to make money somehow.
He looks you up and down as if, like, looking at you for the first time. Do you perhaps pilot vessels yourself? Are you a fellow of the sea, such as me?
Is he looking intently?
No, you get the idea that everything he does is casual.
Okay. I am, in fact. This is just my day gig. But
Okay.
during the night,
Okay.
I am definitely the captain of a vessel.
At night, you primarily pilot your vessel at night.
Yes, I am an expert navigator.
Well, that is quite interesting. What is the name of your ship?
The Scarlet Plague.
The Scarlet Plague. That is such a wonderful name. I love it.
Thank you, thank you. What's the name of your ship?
Yellow one.
Do I know about the yellow one?
I won't even have you roll. You've never heard of it.
Okay. Could use a bit more panache.
Yes, well, it's a working title. It is freshly christened.
Nice. Okay. Well,
Anyway,
do
the
you want
drink.
to try? Yeah.
Oh, yes. I think I might be able to resist the charms of this place, however. And he, like, goes to, like, poke you with his little bird wings as if, like, kind of, like, messing with you a little bit. Like he gets that you're up to something, and he's
Don't ruffle my feathers now, buddy.
oh, that is okay, that is wonderful. I like that. So, make with the drink already then, chap.
I look around quickly and I look for like the grossest looking one.
They're all pretty gross. You probably have your choice.
All right, I'll just grab the one nearest me and then I'll present it with a wave of the hand, like a flourish, like it's like the best fucking
Like
thing ever.
A waiter delivering wine to a table.
Yes.
Like you watch as he like immediately his head like drops low and he starts like inspecting it. Very bird-like in this action. He looks it up and down. What is its consistency?
Oh, you're asking the wrong guy, man. I just do the tours.
Oh, well. Okay, and you say that this is something that tastes wonderful?
Yeah, man. I drink it all the time. Look at me.
Okay, I will drink it. And he pops the cork off of it, and he, with one final look, he takes a big drink. That doesn't exactly taste. And he like freezes up, his eyes go wide. He looks at the bottle, then he looks at you. Why? He drops the bottle on the ground and it shatters, and his eyes go completely blank, and he topples to the side.
What the fuck?
Ooh, whoa, whoops. Guy, are you okay? I'm gonna say as I like try and ruffle through his stuff.
Oh my
He
god.
is unmoving, his eyes staring straight ahead.
Oh. The owl, Tomas.
I didn't know what he was drinking.
I mean, he kind of seemed like a.
I didn't even. He has a bag of teeth.
He does have a bag of
You
teeth,
don't
to
know
be
that.
fair.
I don't.
You have a fun
maybe this
tooth.
is good.
You
that
have a
carry
fun
around.
tooth.
What's it got on him?
Oh, you were asking when he got
Yeah,
there.
I was definitely.
he got on
I was
him?
like trying to act like you're like checking them to see if
Oh,
they're
gotcha,
okay,
okay.
but I'm still taking stuff if I
Okay.
can.
He's got a few like satchels and bags hanging around his waist. He's got like a kind of an okay dagger, just like a regularly made dagger, probably picked up anywhere.
I'll take it.
And you see a scroll that is rolled up.
I will definitely take that.
Okay.
And does he have jewelry?
Yeah, he does. He has like a glinty golden armband.
I will take that. Uncertain if he's going to wake up, I will take out 5 gold and I'll throw it onto his chest, and then I will run back to the rope.
As you open the bag, you see that it is filled with teeth, not gold.
My bag?
Oh, your bag. Sorry.
Yeah, I open my bag.
Okay.
And then,
Sprinkle 5 gold on.
yes, and then I go back to the rope. I'm not taking time to
man.
actually go over the inventory.
Okay, got you. Well, if you did, you would find a bag of teeth.
Excellent.
Another bag of teeth?
Speaking of a bag of teeth, you are holding 2 big bags of teeth.
I give
This
one
is
of them,
just after he jumped into the hole.
I give one of them a little sniff.
Smells like teeth.
I'm gonna let you decide how that smells, but it ain't good.
Can I smell it from where I'm at?
Yeah, it smells like blood and like tooth decay and.
Do I
Bad
know
breath.
of any reason that people collect teeth?
Give me a history check.
You know, voodoo.
He's a birdbarian. Those are all of his victims.
Aww.
Cute.
Caw.
11.
You know that some people collect teeth for various reasons, but this is a lot of teeth.
One that most normal teeth collectors wouldn't even have.
What am I supposed to do with a bag of teeth?
2 bags of teeth.
2 whole bags, and I got 25% more.
I asked for too much teeth. You have a teeth surplus.
I look down the hole.
You can hear them like walking away and chatting.
Well, at least they're having fun.
What would you like to do?
Is there anybody around? Can I see anybody like walking past the alley?
People have been walking past the alley. Some people like kind of look in weirdly but keep going. You do not see that heron gone.
Damn it. Okay. Can I do some more investigating around this area? Because I found that chest.
Yeah, sure. Give me an investigation
What else
check.
is around?
Are you just going to keep carrying the bags of teeth, or what are you going to do with those?
I'm gonna tuck those like behind the stand on the ground.
Okay.
Let's just tuck those out of the way.
All right.
I don't need
Excellent.
people tripping on my treasures. Nah. 5.
5. Yeah, you don't really come across anything else. It's, it's an alley. You see like some discarded bits of like wood, which is different than the streets because they were pretty clean. But yeah, you couldn't even make hide or hair of where those came from.
I'm going to wander to the end of the alley and like peek out and see.
Towards the main road or towards the back road by the edge of town?
Which one did the rabbit leave from?
He went towards the main road.
Main road.
Okay. So you head towards the main road and peek your head out?
Yes.
High or low?
Hi.
You see Fee walking along with a big individual, maybe as big as Nez, black armor with purple, like kind of shimmering rivulets of color, and a much shorter person, someone closer to Fee's height, maybe a human. It's hard to tell from the back of him, but he's got like a flowing purple cloak on. Those colors look very much like what you've heard the old Inquisition used to wear. The purple-black combo has been kind of like a nobody else really wants the association anymore. So.
Oh my god, are these like militia?
No idea. But you remember when they stopped by your village, they were all wearing purple and black, so.
Does feel like a guy in uniform?
Does Fee look happy?
Give me insight.
Because I find this odd.
I'm picturing Fee's face like she's got like a fake smile, like.
Yeah, and then she'll like look away sometimes and be like,
16.
16. How is Fee feeling right now?
So like if he's talking to her, looking at her, she has a smile, but like when he turns away, she'll always like look down like frantic and like still trying to maintain the purple not coming through.
You get the idea, Ken, that Fee's a little under duress. Like there's something very uncomfortable about this situation. And it's also just an odd looking situation. Like, where's Nezrah? Who the fuck are these two? Like,
I don't particularly care for the Inquisition either.
okay. What's your
So
beef
I'm
with the
gonna stay.
Inquisition?
I just don't care for what they stand for.
Gotcha.
They're just
I
a bunch
think
of fuckheads.
limiting, and it.
Yeah, they could be trying to recruit Fee to their cause. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't like what they're about. Don't seem like good guys, and I definitely don't think she should be dating one of them.
Like how we immediately skip to feed dating the Inquisition guy. I mean, Die Hard 3, Jeremy Irons.
We get it.
Okay.
Do the.
Who's even wearing purple?
No.
Oh, like you said, do the.
I can't do it.
Oh, the hell.
That one.
Okay. So, I.
You know, like
Just did it.
you know, like if it was a fish, but also a tiger.
Yeah.
I turn back to the cart, or the stand, and just check on it one last time.
You don't
quickly.
see anything out of the ordinary except for the fact that it's been kind of smashed and there's two heaping bags of teeth like spilling out near it.
Okay.
Just stay there for a second.
And I run out there and run up to Fee. And I go and I grab her out of breath and I say,
Oh my god, thank God that I found you. There's an emergency back at home.
Really? It's not Grandma, is it?
It's definitely Grandma.
I need one of you can roll deception and the other one can help. But
Do you have good deception?
by helping you,
No. Okay.
yeah, go ahead and
Okay.
You have advantage.
Okay. Yeah.
Do better than that.
23.
23. All right, and then there's obviously like this weird commotion. It's even so intense that people around you are starting to like look. People passing by, like looks of concern, and the Inquisitor kind of turns. Oh, is there something amiss at home?
It's a very private matter.
Is it?
No.
Yeah, it's kind of a family thing.
I understand. Well, let's not delay. Let's get there as quickly as possible. Where is home?
Excuse me, I said it's a family thing.
Yes, and I will get you there as quickly as I can. I'm here to help.
I don't think you understand what I'm saying.
For something so urgent, it seems like you're having a bit of a hard time.
I'm so sorry. Grandma's she's kind of like explosive a little bit, and she gets really riled up whenever she gets really riled up whenever it's anyone that's not, me around or.
Well, I will lead you most of the way there. We are wasting time.
Okay, well, you can only lead us like a block away. She has amazing hearing.
Give me deception.
Can I help her?
Well, how would you help with that statement? I guess you were kind of helping.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
I mean,
so you can help.
She's a grandma, and you'd think her hearing's gone, but it's not.
14.
14. He looks you up and down. Are you two related?
By marriage.
Oh, that makes a bit more sense. Mm-hmm. Blended families and all that.
We're twins.
You wink at him?
Yeah.
Oh, lovely. Well, let's be on our way then. We cannot leave Grandma waiting.
Okay, it's not too far.
Shall we?
Okay, well, let's go.
Clear the road. We have an emergency. And you watch as everybody moves to the side
He puts a police siren on his head.
Yeah.
Wee woo.
Okay, well, I kind of look at Fee and I'm like, I give her a let's fucking do this look and take off.
All right. And you guys, which direction are you heading?
Just straight ahead.
Okay, so back essentially the way you came from?
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys start fucking pounding the pavement in that direction. Nezrah, you see this portrait. You hear now someone walking behind you in the hallway.
Is there a window?
Boy.
Right? All over again.
Yeah, there's a window on the other side.
I'm going to run to that, open it, and see if it's normal outside.
Outside is inside. You were looking at the mirror image of the room you're currently in.
So eerie.
And the door is open on the other side.
I go into that room.
All right. You go into that room.
And book it for the open door.
You are now backwards.
You book it for the to the open door and into the dark hallway.
I'm going to take a peek into the hallway.
Okay.
See what I can see out there.
You see a lighted candelabra above you and a dark hallway and then a dim light that illuminates stairs. So the same exact scene that you would see if you were to peek your head back through the other side.
Can I remove the candelabra from the wall?
You can attempt to do that. Do you want to remove the whole thing or you want to remove the candle and the holder?
The candle and the holder, please.
Yeah, you can easily do that.
Sick. I would like to do that and venture down the hallway.
Okay. You start venturing down the dark hallway and you notice a chill breeze kind of moving past
sea
you.
Breeze?
Summer breeze.
And you watch
Makes
as your
me feel chilled.
you watch as your candle flickers a little bit with the breeze.
I'm gonna hold a hand in front of it to steady it.
The weirdly, you don't feel much heat off of the flame,
Type.
if at all.
Awesome.
But you feel the breeze pass you, and then it's almost like it travels up ahead, and then you watch as the dim light upstairs starts to flicker, and then goes out. So all around you is darkness except for the thin circumference of light from your candle that you're holding.
Sweet. Let's go upstairs.
All right. You're gonna carefully, I assume, try to make your way, or are you gonna fucking book it?
No, we're slowed down now. I don't hear the footsteps or whatever behind me anymore, do I?
You don't.
Okay. Portrait on the wall leading at the bottom of the stairs?
You cannot see that. You did see there was a portrait. You were too far away to see what the context was, but now with the light gone, it's complete darknce.
Can I hold it up to the portrait to look?
If you slowly make your way there. Yep.
I would like to do that.
You see a portrait of some kind. It almost looked like it was a landscape, but it looks like it's been slashed and destroyed.
Three claws?
4.
4 claws. All right. Let's go upstairs.
Okay. you start making your way up the stairs, and you notice that, all right, every time you take a step, it's very creaky. You didn't notice that with the last stairs. So maybe implies a little bit more shoddy craftsmanship. And you make your way up very carefully, and you're still in the darkness when you reach the top. There is no light whatsoever, which is bizarre because you were on the second floor, and you remember open doors. There were no windows in this, but you remember it was a lot lighter. There were torches lit, and there was light coming in through that open door from the window. And it's like late afternoon outside, so you know that there should be some light.
Interesting. I am going to make my way down to what I would assume would be the end of the hall, to the door from which I, in mirror world, regular world, came out of, and try and make my way there to the dining room at the end of the hall.
Okay. You make it, and you like feel the end of the hallway of the wall, and you like kind of eventually get to the doorway, and it is closed. Okay. The door is. Do you want to open it?
I'm gonna press my ear canal up to the door to see if I can hear anything on the other side.
Give me perception.
All right. 12.
12. You hear like muffled voices speaking. There's a few. You're not sure how many. Talking like conversational tone.
Eat him or whatever.
I don't know. I mean, I had a lot for lunch and
Stab him and drink him and eat him and cook him.
What would you like to do?
Excuse me, sir. Can I get out of your house?
I'm going to open the door.
You open the door, and it is identical to the original dining hall that you were in, with an open window, completely light inside.
And there are people in there?
There's no people in there.
What about the portrait? Can I see the portrait?
Yep. It's the same portrait from before, just the family with 2 parents, 2 children, and they look like young.
So standing in the hallway, the darkened hallway, does the light from the room penetrate the hallway?
As you turn around to look, it looks like the hallway before, with candelabras. Everything is normal again. No more darkness.
Oh. I'm going to step into that room.
All right. You step in?
Uh-huh.
Do you, like, walk across, or what do you do?
Well, at first, I just so I'm standing in the hallway with the candle in one hand, and at first I'm going to kind of reach out a hand to, like, over the threshold, so to say, to see if it feels weird.
Feels perfectly normal. It's a little cooler in the room than it is in the hallway, but you noticed that before.
And then I'm just going to kind of one leg at a time and step through and just kind of hesitate and wait for a moment.
Okay. Nothing happens.
All right. I'm going to walk over to the table, set the candle down, blow it out.
Okay.
And then walk to the window to look outside.
You see the street below, just like it's late afternoon, just like you left it. Yeah, everything seems exactly how it did when you first arrived.
All right. Is there anything that I can grab onto on the outside to climb down?
Give me perception.
13.
13. You're not seeing there's some trim on the outside of the building, but not much. That wouldn't give you much leeway. And you're like 30 feet up.
Well, I suppose I'll just burn another spell.
Okay.
And I'll Misty Step down to the ground.
All right. How does it look when you Misty Step again?
I just almost kind of like when a soldier like comes to attention, just kind of snap together, and then I just kind of dissolve from the head down, and it's like blue, like different shades of blue particles.
Nice.
And it just kind of
like a winter mist.
Yeah, and it just shifts and then reforms from the feet up.
And yeah, you're down on the street level.
All right. Gonna look for signs of the gang.
All right. Go ahead and roll a new perception check.
All right. 12.
12. You don't see anybody you arrived in this village with, but you do notice there's an individual kind of leaning against the wall now. Wasn't there when you were looking down originally, They're heavily cowled, wearing like lots of robes. Their face is pretty obscured. They are just casually leaning, though, and you can't see any part of their body. But they're wearing lots of like scarves and robes and just lots of flowing fabric, just leaning against the wall.
That sounds very interesting. Billy personally is interested in that. Mm-hmm. Nezrah, however, wants to get the fuck out.
Okay.
So I'm going to slunk my way back into the alley and go around to the front to the main street.
Okay.
And see if I can figure out like if there's like a storefront or what the building that I was just in is actually.
Okay.
Or what it purports to be anyway.
Okay. Yeah. You look to the left and you do see like a old sign kind of hanging. And it says the Fendolin Mortuary.
Is that Fen with a F or a PH?
F.
Okay.
I thought it was going to be just like haunted house.
Haunted ass house, motherfuckers. Okay. I'm just going to kind of try to nonchalantly make my way down the main street and head back the way we came to try and find Gil, Fee, and or Can.
As you turn to go back the way you came, in the distance, probably 100 feet down, 150 feet, kind of hard to gauge, you see Can and Fee accompanied by the armored individual and the Inquisitor.
Not good.
I'm going to try and tail him.
All right. Give me, the last thing I'll have you do before we switch to Gil, I need a sneaky sneaks.
15.
Yeah, you find like, if you kind of hunker down and are concentrating on it, everybody seems to be like moved to the side of the road for some bizarre reason, as if to let these two pass, or these four pass, but probably the two. And so it's easy to like make yourself as part of the crowd and kind of hunker down a little bit and move through and keep them in your sights.
Cool.
Gil, you arrive back at the rope.
I'm going to try and climb it carefully because I know it was giving a little bit when I got off of it.
Mm-hmm. Give me an intelligence check.
No.
Very well. You do what you want to do.
It's 3.
Oh.
Yeah, you just gonna hop onto the rope?
I'm not going to hop. I said I'm going to climb carefully.
Okay, but I mean, yeah, you're gonna just start climbing?
Yes, I'm going to carefully start climbing.
Okay,
Just
yeah.
hop climbing up that rope.
You basically take like one tug to sort of pull yourself up while you're still on the ground, and it just snap, and the rope falls down.
Oh, gross. You're down there with a dead body and teeth.
I don't know if he's
And
dead.
gunk.
Oh, shit. Ken!
You receive no response from Can.
Fuck. All right. I see how you're playing, Ken. You're trying to trap me in here and become the new captain. Well, that's not happening. I'm gonna go back the way I came.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna shove the door closed to the potion room. Is there a lock spot on it?
There is a spot where there could be placed a lock, yes.
Can I use thieves' tools to lock the lock instead of pick it?
Yeah, it'll be a higher DC, but yes, I'll allow that.
Sleight of hand?
Yep, sleight of hand, please.
15?
You're able to replace at least most of the tumblers. You think that it's fairly locked?
Nah, I wave my hands at it, and then I go toward the other door I haven't been in yet.
Okay, yeah, you walk down the other one, you open that up. And
Somewhere leads up in this bitch.
coincidentally, as you open the door, you see a staircase leading up.
See, everything works out in the end for old Gilly. Make my way up the stairs.
All right, you make your way up the stairs, and at the top of the stairs, there's another like 15 feet of square tunnel, and then like a cast iron or wrought iron bars at the end, and a circular kind of arch over them.
So a hallway that leads just to bars?
Yes, and then outside is another alley, it looks like.
Oh, it's outside. It's not...
You're in a tunnel that leads to the outside, but it's covered by the bars.
All right. So now I'm going to cast Misty Step.
Okay.
Does everyone have Misty Step?
Except for you.
Damn.
That's wild.
That
You
is
better get some
wild.
Misty Step.
So for me, Misty Step looks like my shadow is forming around me from my feet, and then it warbles, and then I disappear, and I go through the bars, and I come back out and reappear.
You reform,
and I wipe myself off, and then I try and orient to where I am.
Yeah, you're in another alleyway. There's a doorway, kind of a grimy doorway with like slime, but like oily slime, kind of leading around it and out into the road. Something gross has been happening behind that door, but probably it seems like what you've seen in like really the back end of really terrible taverns in port towns. They're just like they're like shoving as much garbage out the door as they can. You know, it's just I'm going to try and find my way back to the chest and the cart thing.
Okay,
yeah. So you could either go to your left, which would lead you down the alleyway to the main road, or you can go to your right to the back road area. You could assume, since so far it seems like most of the alleys have been pretty much parallel to each other, if you walk in one direction or another, you'd be able to find it.
I'll go the back way.
Okay. You head out the back way. You see the trees off in the distance.
Oh, that's nice.
So you know that you would need to take a right in order to get to that alleyway.
Yep, I do the hand forward, and then I go right.
Okay, you go right. Yeah, you go right about a block, less than a block, and then you reach the alleyway that you were in. You can see the messed up remains of the shittily constructed stall. Yeah, and then you can see 2 heaping bags of teeth spilled out, and now you see the Harengun, who is looking like his eyes are wide. He's just like looking around at the mess.
He hasn't seen me yet, right?
He's not looking at you at all. No.
All right. Okay, so he looks. I'm gonna watch him for a second to see what he does.
He like puts his hands on his head, and he just like gives a big sigh. He looks around, and then he runs over and he looks at the open hatch essentially of the chest, and you watch as he like peers in, like looks up, and then he's like starts to turn in your direction. Are you kind of peeking around the corner?
Yep, I'm peeking. I'm gonna pop back.
Okay, gotcha.
Do I need to stealth or?
No, it's you could pretty much assume that he was coming, so you could hop back if you needed to.
All right, I'm going to wait a couple seconds, and I'm going to slowly stick my head out a little more.
All right, give me a perception check, but you'll take 3 off of it.
Ooh, fuck. Okay. 15?
15.
My inspiration.
Oh, nice. Yeah, so you like slowly peeking around, you're able to see the Harengun. He's like trying to right his storefront and like get everything, and then he like looks down and he notices the bags of teeth, and you just hear him go, "What the fuck?"
Okay, so he's not doing anything weird.
No, he looks upset.
All right, I'm gonna go back the way I came and find my way back to the street.
Okay, gotcha. So you'll go back down the alley that you were in and go to the main road?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you start to go to the main road, and you notice like all of a sudden everything's super congested.
You mean the alley?
No, at the end of the alley where the main road is, like there's just people blocking the way, kind of. You could probably, tell people to move or fit your way through, but for some reason there's a bunch of people in your path.
Excuse me. Are
you gonna like shove your way through?
I'm gonna push forward.
Okay. Yeah, you push forward. Do you push all the way through the group into the street?
No, I'll push so I can see what's going on.
Gotcha. Yeah. About give me a perception check, actually.
19.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty good. About 30 feet to your right, walking down the center of the road, completely like as if the world's shittiest parade. You see Can and Fee walking.
We're not walking, we're running.
Running down the path, and you see running with them is a man in black and purple robes and finery, and at a brisk, like, long-legged walk, you see this armored individual in black and purple armor. You would pretty much know right away that that's like the typical attire of the Inquisition.
Since Nez rolled a 15 for stealth, do I see him too trailing?
So you don't see him trailing, but with your 19 and the pace at which is required, I will say that you can, if you look through the crowd, you can see movement and scales coming your direction.
I'm going to try and cut through the crowd and meet up with the scales.
All right, Nezrah, you see a horned head kind of peek into your view, revealing the altered form of Gildebrand. He looks younger, slimmer, like he did when you guys first walked in through the gates. But Gil, I will let you know, you feel like you're coming close to the end of that glamour.
All right, what's
I'm
up,
gonna
dude?
Oh, we've met?
We've
met up together?
Yeah, you
Okay,
see
gotcha.
him up here in your vision.
I think Fee might be in trouble. Those guys are bad news.
Oh yeah, I've seen those guys before.
You know the Inquisition?
Yeah, they're pretty shitty. Why do they care about the fee though?
I'm not entirely sure, actually. But she seemed to have gotten caught up with them. They seem very interested in her.
Okay, well, should we get them, or
I've been following them to make sure that no harm comes to them. But yes, let's trail on.
maybe if we're doing this, who did I give the tooth to when we split up?
Fee. Or no, yeah, Can.
Hey.
All right, I'm going to think to Can. Everything's chill. We're following you guys. If you need us to help, give us a signal. And since Nez and I are together, I'm going to be like, all right, this might feel a little bit weird. I've only done this to myself, but it'll make us sneaky. Again, it's going to be weird, but don't freak out or anything.
Okay.
And you see my shadow start to expand, and it starts hugging me, and then it pulls you in too, and it starts hugging us.
I will say it not only does it start hugging you, but it starts hugging your shadow, Nezrah, almost as if it was a cloak that it's spreading around you, like your shadow is pulled into a cloak around you, and you guys feel very sneaky.
You underestimate the sneakiness, sir.
All right, this way we should be able to tell them, and they won't see shit.
This is fantastic.
All right, you guys gonna continue on the trail?
Aye.
Give me sneakies and then add +10 to whatever you roll.
It feels kind of humid, like there's a weird moisture.
Okay. 15.
Jesus.
You
Okay.
added 10?
Yeah, you added 10.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I got 24.
I'm rolling like dog shit over here.
Well, you still, you watch as Gil seems to be in his element, Nezrah. You can kind of see where he's at, but he's kind of shrouded in there, and he almost disappears from your vision as he just seems to slip through like a serpent through an underground root system, just easily navigating through these, and you can kind of see what he's doing and sort of do the same thing. You're not doing bad by any stretch, but you're definitely not doing as good as him. He is experienced in the sneaks.
He's Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Dipping beneath the lasers.
I'm not Catherine Zeta-Jones.
You're Sean Connery.
I'm Sean Connery. I'm Michael Clark Duncan.
So yeah, you guys start slipping through the crowd. Fee and Can you hear that message?
After we go for a couple blocks, I'm going to suddenly stop and kind of put my fist up, indicating for them to stop.
They stop as well.
I said, I think this is where you should let us go.
And then can I do Druidcraft to make a little sound?
Can you do sounds with Druidcraft?
It says you can create a harmless sensory effect.
Okay, yeah.
Like a sound of a small animal,
Yep.
but it could it be the sound of one word?
Sure.
Okay. I'm going to make a small sound that kind of sounds like someone in the distance screaming, "Grandchildren!" If I could do 2 words, it would be only at the end, but
Sure. You could say
no, it's
grandchildren.
okay. I'll just do grandchildren.
Okay. Give me a deception at advantage.
Okay.
What's
Oh,
out of
fuck
curiosity?
my
What's
ass.
in front of us?
Just open road for until you were heading straight down that road. So you're going to get to that main strip that you first entered in on.
Damn, I even used my inspiration.
Oh man.
9.
9. Okay.
Oh God, Grandma really does sound bad.
I think this is a really terrible episode. So, thank you for escorting us this far. It was helpful.
And thank you for the drink. And I'm sorry to not divulge information about Grandma. It's kind of lame saying you went on a trip with your grandma. So, I mean, my friends are here too. It's just.
Oh, it was my pleasure to help. And he like kind of steps close to both of you. If you need anything, you can call upon me. I am staying over at the Desiccated Horn Tavern.
Okay, Desiccated
Cool.
Horn.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, we'll
I'm
catch
staying
you
across
later.
the street at the masticated testicles.
All right, let's go.
Grandma!
Off you go, and he shoves
Ow.
you on the back, Can.
I stumble forward and run off.
Okay. You hear just like a as you stumble forward and run off.
And we turn a corner and we keep going until we are sure that we lost
Do you
him.
turn the left corner or the right corner? Because the right will go back to the gate that enters into Skullport. The left will continue down the path.
Maybe-
Whichever looks most residential.
Right.
So left. All right. So you take off running left and piss off into the sunset.
Piss off into the sunset.
Gil and Nez.
Just pissing the night away.
Well, really, just Gil, since you're a little bit ahead, since you're moving quicker. Give me a perception check.
lots of perceivies.
26.
26. As you kind of like go through, you get pretty close, I would imagine, still in the crowd, and people are just kind of watching. You watch down the road where they've moved through, the crowds are like forming normally again and kind of going about their business. But you watch as Fee and Can stop. Can says something, Fee says something, and then they run off to down the road to the left around the corner. Right before they did that, you watched as the Inquisitor, you assume, kind of pushes Can forward as if encouragement, and after they disappear around the corner, he turns to the large armored individual, slips the glove off, and hands it to the armored individual. The armored individual takes it, nods, and disappears. And that's where we're going to end for the night.
Fuck.
Well, I'm covered in things.
At least you're not a warlock.
So the armored guy with the glove is still there.
No.
No, other way around.
Yeah, the armored guy disappears.
Oh, shit. Okay. I was going to try and take the glove. Fuck.
Do like some weird like handprint GPS fingerprint analysis bullshit on Can.
Canalysis.
Give me food.
Now it's time for tonight's MVPC! The most valuable player character. I want to know who deserves an additional 1d10 of DM inspiration. Now, for those of you listening, and for those
Did you say EDM inspiration?
EDM.
I corrected myself. I said yeah, 1d10 of DM inspiration. Now, for those of you listening, and for those of you around the table, Nez is 1, Gil is 2, Fee is 3, and Can is 4. On the count of 3, I'll have you guys hold up the number of fingers corresponding to the person you believe deserves to be the MVPC. Now I'll give you a moment to decide, and then we will vote. Everybody ready? 1, 2, 3, vote. All right, we've got 2 votes for Can, 1 vote for Nez, and 1 vote for Fee. Gil, why'd you vote for Nez?
Because somehow he got out of that house without issue.
That was cool.
Seemed all right. So,
Yeah.
and he didn't get spotted while tailing the Inquisition. So,
Very nice. Can, why'd you vote for Fee?
For playing along and helping me lie.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not the best at lying, so that was helpful. And for playing along and playing it cool on that date. It's never easy to fake it.
Excellent. Nez, why'd you vote for Can?
Just swooping in and immediately like trying to do the rescue Fee from a bad date friendship thing.
Very nice.
And the outlandish grandma's sick.
Becoming quite the liar, Can. And Fee, why did you vote for Can?
Yeah, basically coming in clutch with Grandma. That was awesome. I kept thinking like, man, if only we had a cell phone, and then that's when your friend calls and it's like, there's an emergency. So it was like the most perfect thing. So
The medieval version of it.
yes,
Classic move.
Grandma.
Grandma's
you can't
got the
mess with
plague.
Grandma.
Come quick.
Well, excellent. That means tonight's MVPC is Kanak Anga. Take your 1d10 and you do whatever you want with it. You are
Go to bed again.
use it. Yes. Excellent. Well, that is it for tonight, folks. Thanks for listening. Thanks to Adrian von Ziegler for that beautiful background music. Thanks to all of you listeners. If you like what you hear, head on over to Apple Podcasts or wherever you are listening. And if they have a rating system, rate us. Consider rating us 5 stars. And if you leave a review, guess what?
What?
What happened?
We'll read it.
Oh my.
We'll read it to ourselves quietly while we dine in our own homes?
Yes, but also we'll be leaning into microphones when we do it, so the world will hear your review.
We'll read it on the podcast?
On the podcast, Billy, on the podcast. No. So if you want Billy to be shocked
And odd.
by your amazing grammatical flourish, go ahead and leave us a review and we will read it. If you want to cast a little bit of extra spell juice on us, head on over to our Patreon at patreon.com/D20_syndicate and consider making us warlocks with your patronage.
Juicy warlocks.
There's a bunch of cool shit that you'll have access to, bonus content, behind the scenes content, and some other stuff in the higher tiers that really sweeten the pot. But check it out, see if there's anything that trips your crossbow, and head on over to patreon.com/D20_syndicate. We have a Discord, and it is
free.
It is free. Check out the link in the description. If you don't know what Discord is by now, you probably should figure it the fuck out. You know the best way to do that? Click on the link in the episode description.
Wow.
In the
Also, head on over to TeePublic and check out the D20 Syndicate's TeePublic page. We got some dope-ass merch. We got shirts. We've got hoodies. We got
pins.
Pants?
Pins.
Pins.
No pants.
No pants.
No pants,
There are
but pins.
no pants at this party,
I was
baby.
recently informed, no pants.
No pants, no hats.
Why would you ever need pants?
Exactly.
pig.
You're just busy listening to the podcast. You can sit around all day. It doesn't matter. But you might be cold, so get a hoodie. But yeah, we've got awesome designs, including the brand new design fresh to the platform, and that is the Vote Gil for Mayor t-shirt. It is awesome. Check it out. If you would like to support his campaign, his grassroots campaign, head on over to our TeePublic page and buy that shit. Other than that, that is it for tonight, folks. Thanks for listening. See you next week. I am your host and DM, Seth, and this is the D20 Syndicate podcast, where we go on adventures so you don't have to. Goodbye.
Goodbye to you. Goodbye to everything that I knew. It's a damn cold night. I didn't arm you for recording.
You didn't arm me.
No, it
What?
was recording without you there.
Without me.
Without you there.
Is this what you guys do?
Yes.
This is our foreplay. We're about to fuck. Clear out of the
Please don't.
basement.
I'll get the tarp.
Good.